A lot of people ask me about Jefferson nickels and what can make these coins extremely valuable, so that's what we're going to look at today. We're going to show you what you can look for on your coins that can give them a tremendous amount of value. So as always, let's just hop right into it. We are looking at 1943 Jefferson nickels. Now, some of these errors and coin mistakes can take place on other dated coins as well, pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and even newer coins as well, not just 1943 nickels. But this first coin ended up selling for over $5,000, all because of its condition. This coin is graded by PCGS at a mint state 68. So to have this coin at a 68 grade is super rare and valuable. Also, in 1943, these nickels are 35% silver, so even in bad condition, these coins are going to be worth over $1 in silver, just in silver value, depending on the price of silver. I think it's at like $1.20 or $1.60 a piece because they are 35% silver. Now, how do you determine if you have a silver nickel? Well, just look on the back of the coin. You'll see that big D mint mark there above the building. Well, just look at the back of your Jefferson nickels from 1942 to 1945. If it has a big P, a big D, or a big S mint mark, then that means that it's 35% silver. That's the only time they use those large mint marks is on the silver Jefferson nickels. Now, here's something you want to look for on the D mint mark. It is called an RPM, a repunched mint mark. So you can see how that mint mark has been repunched. Those are a couple different examples that you can look for with your coin microscopes, which I have available in the link in the comments if you guys want to pick one up. Now, here's a 1943 Jefferson nickel that has a doubled die obverse. Now, this coin sold for nearly $8,000 at auction. Why did it sell for that? Well, because of the doubling. You want to look for doubling on the lettering of the coin there and on the phrase "In God We Trust," on the word liberty, the stars there, on the date 1943 itself. I mean, it's some pretty extreme noticeable doubling for the 1943 Jefferson nickel. And this is for the P mint mark, the Philadelphia minted. So you'll see that large P mint mark there on the reverse of the coin. Again, nearly an $8,000 coin, and it is in very good condition, graded by PCGS. This next coin was struck onto an elliptical planchet, so I think this error kind of speaks for itself. You can see the design of the Jefferson nickel being cut off there as a result, and this coin ended up selling for $528. Moving on to a 1943 P mint mark that has an extremely high grade. So the value for this coin all is in that condition or grade itself. It's graded at a 67 plus by PCGS. And yeah, this has some amazing natural toning to the coin as well. $3,700 for that coin. Now, here's a error that you can look for on all kinds of different coins. It does have a lamination. It's got a laminated planchet here on the reverse of the Jefferson nickel. And this coin ended up selling for $67 at auction, just graded as a genuine coin. So it's not like a high mint state grade or anything like that. It just has that nice lamination that's pretty unique there, and it's got, you know, damage to it, of course, but still $67 for a coin in that condition, not too bad. This next coin is kind of similar, a lamination taking place here on the obverse of the coin, taking up like a good over half of the coin there, and this coin sold for $69 at auction, and it is the 1943 P mint mark. Now, here's a different type of lamination. We got a retained laminated flap here on the obverse of the Jefferson nickel. And this coin sold for $194 at auction. Not too bad. Here's another lamination. We should call this a lamination error video. This is a major lamination taking place here, graded by Annex. The coin ended up selling for $480 at auction. And again, on this example, you can see that they have the graded piece of the laminated, the detached lamination there. So that is very, very cool. You got two different coin slabs, one with the detached laminated piece, and then the actual coin itself. So pretty cool to see that. You got two slabs there. It sold for $480. Now, here is a 1943 Jefferson nickel. You can see that it has been cleaned. It's very obvious this coin has been heavily cleaned. So that will take away from the value of the coin, but it does have a mint error. The coin has been struck off center, which will give it some value. That's why the coin sold for $169 at auction. But had this coin not been cleaned, it could have sold for hundreds and hundreds of dollars as opposed to just, 170 bucks. And it is a 1943 D mint mark. Here's the 1943 S mint mark. So again, you will have the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco P, D, and S mint mark. Now, what makes this coin extremely valuable is the fact that we have a 1943 Jefferson nickel design that was struck onto a planchet for a coin from Australia. So an Australian coin planchet is what this Jefferson nickel design was struck onto. That's why we see the design being cut off there. And this coin ended up selling for over $3,700. $3,700 coin there. Now we have the 1943 P mint mark struck onto a copper nickel planchet. Now we're getting interesting here. This coin sold for $7,800. So you guys know in 1942, they made copper nickel planchets, and they also made the ones that are silver, 35% silver. So for 1942, you can have a silver or a non-silver Jefferson nickel. Now in 1943, those are only 35% silver. 1944, only 35% silver. 1945, only 35% silver. 1946, back to copper nickel. No silver in those. So 1943 is supposed to be on a 35% silver planchet. However, this was struck onto a copper nickel planchet, which will make it valuable. And that's why the coin sold for $7,800, nearly an $8,000 coin. Unbelievable. Now here is a 1943 that was struck onto a zinc-plated steel planchet. Now as you guys know, in 1943 they were making steel pennies. They only made steel pennies or steel cents for 1 year. This is a steel penny planchet that the Jefferson nickel design was struck onto. So that's what will make the coin valuable. This Jefferson nickel, or this coin, ended up selling for over $1,600. Next up is something you want to look for on your 1943 P mint mark Jefferson nickels. You want to look for an overdate. So we have a 1943 where the 3 is over the 2. And this coin is in phenomenal condition, by the way, at a 67 grade by PCGS. So it has a 3 over a 2. Here are a couple different examples that you can look for on your 1943 nickels. You want to use your coin microscopes, zoom in on that date on all the lettering, but you want to look for that 3 over the 2 because it can add a lot of value to the coin. This coin sold for around $6,400 at auction. Now if you compare it to this coin, this nickel also has that 3 over the 2, it's just in worse condition. It's graded at a 45, but the coin still sold for around $130 at auction because it does have that 3 over the 2, and it does have a doubled die obverse. So you want to look for that doubling. You can see doubling on the I here of Jefferson. You can look for doubling on the lettering or the date of the coin as well. And also for the P mint mark in 1943, you want to look for different examples of the RPM, a repunched mint mark. So the P mint mark here has been repunched. You'll see a different example here of a P mint mark being repunched, and then a third example, and also even a fourth example, but that's not it. There's also a fifth example of a P mint mark being repunched on the Jefferson nickel from 1943. So always pay attention to that. You want to look for doubling on the 1943 S mint mark as well. You want to look for that on the lettering, on the stars there. Very extreme and obvious doubling on the date 1943 itself. So always inspect your coins very, very closely because you never know what you may find. But that's not it, guys. We're not done. I'm going to show you some other things to look for here. We got the 1943 S here still to cover real quick. This is a very high graded coin, very nice looking coin, got some nice toning to it. Beautiful, beautiful coin here, graded at a 68. So that's where all the value is at, is in the condition or the grade. This coin sold for over $5,600. Now, when you have an S mint mark from 1943, you also want to look for an RPM, a repunched mint mark. So here are some different examples of that. This first one you can see really there at the bottom of the S. You can see it here at the bottom of the S on this example as well, and even on the third example. So you want to look for RPMs, repunched mint marks on these coins as well. So if you guys want to learn more about newer coins and older coins that are worth a lot of money, feel free to check out the rest of the coin videos here on the channel. Hey guys, everyone's asking how they can get my free coin book. Well, here's how you do it. You hit the link in the comments. It takes you over here to Whatnot. You'll see my Whatnot page, got 5,000 followers over there. You click on shop right here on the left side and you scroll down and you can add the book. You go buy it now. You enter your payment and your address information, and then you make sure that $15 credit applies for your purchase. That way you get the book for free, $0. All right, now you have to use my invite link to sign up. If you guys download the app and sign up, it's not going to work. You have to use the link in the comments. That way you guys can get the book absolutely free. By the way, we are on Whatnot every Tuesday and Thursday doing free giveaways, all kinds of cool stuff over there. We're selling an enormous amount of penny rolls, wheat penny rolls, silver coins, gold coins, everything. Make sure you guys follow. You do not want to miss out on these giveaways. And don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Feel free to check out those videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.